much, Gus. It's always a pleasure to go through Husco and see the wonderful employees, tremendous products that each of you are able to make, manufacture. And the nice thing about America, and especially Wisconsin, we can produce anything we set our hearts to. And we have some of the best workmanship any place in the world. And that's because of the quality of workers, the quality of training, and the quality of employees that we have here at Husco and all over this wonderful country. I'm delighted to be back here, delighted to see that you're going into the automotive end of the business, because the last time I was down here was more into the equipment and construction equipment, and you've completely transformed and now you're doing things for automotive. And I'm very happy, you know, that I played a role in getting Husco to stay and develop a new manufacturing plant in Whitewater. And this plant is absolutely huge and growing and expanding thanks to the quality of workmanship that all of you produce. And that's what I love about it. I love going into places of business that produce things that we can sell nationally and internationally. And that's what you do. You sell all over the world because of the quality of the products. And the only reason you have quality of products is because of the quality of the workers in this room and all over Husco. Gus, thank you. And thank your wonderful son, Austin, and all of the employees. I'm Tommy. You all know me as Tommy, and I did do my 50 push-ups this morning, and I could do them again, but I'm not going to. I've done that once before in front of the press, and it helped me out. But the truth of the matter is, I'm very happy to have won the nomination last night on the Republican ticket. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that this is going to be a classic campaign. Probably this is going to be the most important election that any of you have ever played, ever been involved in. And you're going to say, oh, I've heard that story before. But I'm going to tell you why. This here is about the future of the country we call America. And why do I say that? There's completely two different philosophies of government that's going to come to the forefront. And you are going to make a choice. You're going to make a choice as to which way you want our country to grow. What direction you want our country to go. It's as simple as that. This is not, you know, going to be an election in which people are trying to confuse you and tell you one thing and go and do another thing. This is truly about the direction of this country. Why do I say that? Well, first off, you got President Obama, Joe Biden, and Congresswoman Tammy Baldwin. Their philosophy, and I'm not saying I think it's wrong, but you're going to be the judges. You're going to determine if that's the way you want our country to go. And that is, they believe that more government control, more rules and regulations, more control over your health care system, in fact, a complete control of your health care system, which Congresswoman Baldwin will advocate. If that's what you want, then that's the group you should vote for. Or you should vote for Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan and Tommy Thompson that believe that a majority of Americans want a free, independent society where capitalism can flourish, where all of you individually will make up your mind where you want to work, what kind of a job you want, what kind of college or education you want, what kind of health care system you want. It's going to be your choice. It's a classic line of change in this country. Do you want a country like France, which is what Barack Obama will try and lead us towards, more of a socialized government control system, or do you want a more free, enterprising system, which is what Mitt Romney, Paul Ryan, and Tommy Thompson want? And that's, you know, that's sort of exciting. You know, we've never really had this, you know, this discussion. A discussion on the future of government. Do you want more government control? or less government control. And there's going to be no confusion. That's what it's all about. And I'm not saying that they're all wrong. You know, if you believe that you would rather have the government make your decisions for you, you should vote for them. And if you believe that you want more independence, more control over your healthcare system, then you should vote for me, Paul Ryan, and Mitt Romney. It's not going to be a difficult decision as to where do they stand, what's their position. It's going to be straightforward, and you, the voters, are going to be able to make up your mind. I'm excited about it because we never really had this kind of a discussion in America. And that's what it's all about. It's going to be exciting. And I believe that the vast majority of people in Wisconsin want less government, more independence, more control over their own individual lives, less taxes, and less government. But I may be wrong. And at the end of November, the people of this country, it's not going to be one of those elections as to what are they going to do. You will know after this election. And that's what I believe is so exciting. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We have huge problems facing America. Our unemployment's at 8.3%. Our taxes are high. Our spending is the highest it's been in this country, percentage-wise, since the Second World War. And that's troubling. And I got into this, people say, Tommy, you're 70 years old. Why don't you retire? Why don't you go fishing? Why don't you go farming? And I'll tell everybody why I'm running. I'm running because I have 3 wonderful children and 8 grandchildren. I'm running because of your children and you that have grandchildren, your grandchildren. And why? In America. In this great country, this idea that we're going to do something different in the world than other countries. We've always promised our future generations that our kids and grandchildren are going to inherit a country that's stronger, freer, fairer, safer, with more options than what we had. We can no longer say that in America. And I'm sorry to say we can't. We have a country that's so overloaded with debt that we're telling future generations, hey, we didn't have the courage to stand up and balance the budget. We didn't have the courage to make the tough decisions. So we're going to pass on to you a Social Security system that's going bankrupt, a Medicare system that will be bankrupt, a country overloaded with debt, and because we didn't pay our bills, we're expecting you to pay for our sins. To me, I consider that unconscionable. I want my children and grandchildren to be free of my mistakes and have the opportunity to do anything that they want to do. And I want the same for your children. And that's why I'm running, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm running hard. I've put in lots of time in. And as I told Gus, I haven't worked this hard since the first time I ran for governor. I'm putting in hundreds of hours, 14, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, because I want to get out and I want to meet everyone I possibly can, look you straight in the eye and say, this is what I stand for. No sugarcoating. The country has got huge problems and we need to fix them and we need to work together and we need to make government work. No more passing the buck. No more government not working. No more government not passing a budget for 3 years and 3 months, but a government that's going to stand up, be counted, make the decisions, the tough decisions, solve the problems, and get America moving again, get jobs created, and get this opportunity for all of you to be able to continue to work and enjoy life and have the tremendous quality of life that we can have as Americans and build that shiny city on the hill that Ronald Reagan talked about. So ladies and gentlemen, may the highways always rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. And may the sun shine warm upon your forehead and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. God love you, God love Husco, and God love the United States of America. Thank you very much.